Yo, what is up, Yugi fam? Hope everybody's having a great day today. Welcome to another video. Today I have something extremely exciting to share with you guys. It's Dragon Link, New Age Dragon Link, DragonBrave. I think DragonBrave is actually a really cool name for the deck because we are playing the Brave cards, so spoiler, but oh my goodness. Guys, the deck is... it just keeps evolving. Every format, it just adapts, and it's so exciting to you know, find new ways to play this deck. And I know some people might look at this and find it a bit generic because like you have so many decks like doing a lot of the same stuff, but I think this deck is still a bit unique in what it does. And I think if you're a big fan of Dragon Link, you're definitely gonna like this list. I think I definitely built, because I'm not playing DPE or Scythe in this list, so if you're fans of that engine, you know, unfortunately I don't have it in this deck because I did want to cut down on the bricks. Dasher, Celestial, Scythe, even though Scythe isn't like the worst brick, but I didn't want to clog it up too much. I just played like a lot of I played the Brave engine, as you'll see in a moment. But yeah, we went to locals today and we went undefeated with this list. It was 4 rounds. I'll quickly go over my matchups. Round 1, it was against... I remember all my rounds, I just can't remember the order. Okay, so round 1, I went up against Tri-Brigade Lunalight. Okay, Tri-Brigade Lunalight. So I went first, game 1. And he main deck Dark Ruler. Okay, so he Dark Rulered. But then he normal summoned Nerval, and I booked the Nerval with Snow. Oh my goodness, Snow being back is actually insane. Snow was crazy today. Round 2, anyway, I got that 2-0, I think. And then round 2, I went up against a very interesting deck. It was Brave Blue Eyes. Brave Blue Eyes. Funny enough, he actually beat Sky Striker round 1, which was surprising. But I mean, then I saw his deck, and you know, it was a cool deck. But it's I don't know, it was cool. Definitely a neat idea for sure. But anyway, I won that one, and then round 3, I went up against Shaddoll Invoked Dogmatica, and I managed to win that as well. And then last round, we went up against PK Brave. PK Brave, DPE, Scythe Lock, you know, and we managed to win that. And we had so many cool interactions with this deck. Yeah, let's get right into the list. It's a thick deck, man. It's, I believe it's 52 or 53 cards. Can't really remember, so... but it works. It's really cool. So starting off with the dragon stuff, we have 3 black metal and 1 darkness metal. So the reason, so there's no safer in this list, and because you're playing Brave, you can't play cards that activate their effects when they're normal summoned. So that's why black metal is really nice, because it triggers when it hits grave. So it's basically your best normal summon in the deck. Now for the rocket stuff, we have 2 Tracer, 1 Recharger, 1 Rocket Synchron, and 1 Apps Router. I think these cards are, this ratio is pretty solid. You still play the Rocket Synchron because you still make Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And yeah, 2 Tracer, 1 Recharger. I think this is all pretty standard, and I think it's the way to go with the updated list as well. White Dragon, Black Dragon, no explanation needed there. And now these are the new guys right here. 1 Red Rose, 1 Rocks Rose. This is an insanely good engine. Halka Fibrax is insane in this deck, and it's insane because you get to summon Red Rose from the deck, and then Red Rose replaces itself with Rock Rose, and then Rock Rose replaces itself. They remind me of White Dragon, Black Dragon. They really do. The way they function, like replacing themselves, yeah, it's insane. In some cases, they're actually better than White Dragon and Black Dragon because Rock Rose actually gets you a replacement afterwards, and then they're both tuners as well. There was multiple times during the day where there was one game where I drew both. Like, I drew a really weird hand, and I drew both of these, and I was still able to combo off because both of that, like this one said, there was actually a game where I needed to normal summon this and use its effect. So I was locked out of the Brave stuff later on because I drew into the Brave stuff later on. I forgot, I think with, I forgot how actually, but I wasn't able to resolve it because I used Rock's Rose Dragon's effect. But this card's great because it's on normal summon. It'll search you for Basil, whatever it's called, the quick play spell that revives. And you could still combo off just with this card being your normal summon. And then Hulk summons from hand or deck. So even if you hard draw this, you could still summon it with Hulk. And when this is sent as synchro material, this also summons from deck or hand. So because I drew both of these, I was still able to resolve both of them, which is really nice. I really like that. I think it's a great engine for sure. Honorary Dragon, Fairy Tale Snow. She was absolutely amazing today. Oh my god, like this card helped me in my round one, helped me play through Dark Ruler because he normal summoned Nerval, and it was his normal summon, and I had a big feeling, strong feeling that this normal summon was really important. Like he needed to get that search. So I booked it, and it makes it really hard for him to play after that because unless he had like an extender like Foolish Burial Goods to like say send the Lunalight Trap, you know, he wasn't going anywhere. He needed to have that card specifically, or Karez to send another. But in that case, I think he would have just pitched Nerval off Karez. I'm not sure, but anyway, Snow came in clutch. Snow was so powerful throughout the whole 4 rounds. All 4 rounds, Snow just shined extremely well. She acted as a disruption, an extender. I actually hard drew her a lot. There was actually a game against the same round against the Lunalight player where he ended with DPE, and I normal summoned Snow to bait out the DPE, and it was so free because if DPE pops Snow, then I can just bring it back later on in the turn, and if he didn't pop Snow, then I would be able to use Snow as just a body to be able to link or synchro summon even into like Chaos Ruler because it's a level 4, and it's a light too. Man, Snow was absolutely insane. I'm trying to think of other interactions that I had with Snow. Definitely helped me win my last round too. Just so powerful, man. This card, I used it as an extender multiple times where I just banished 7, summon, linked it off, banished 7. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. None of its effects are once per turn. It's crazy. The Last Dragons, 1 Chaos Dragon Levianeer. This card's still busted. And Destrudo. Destrudo is actually insane too because it's a tuner. Helps you get into Hulk a bit easier. Plus, if you don't need to, it's a good target to send with Foolish Burial as well as Dragon Ravine. Or it's actually really great to hard draw as well because you can pitch it with like multiple cards and stuff. So like Chaos Space and Dragon Ravine and the Brave engine too. It's really good. Now for one of the other busted engine in this deck is the Magician Souls engine. Oh man, this engine was so good, guys. It's such a powerful engine. Yeah, that draw 2. If you draw this with the Brave engine, it's actually free. You get a free draw 2 for no reason, and it just helps you deck through your deck for extenders. Magician Souls being a level 1 is actually relevant as well because it helps you make Herald of the Arclight. And Herald of the Arclight acts like game 2 and 3. If you're going first and your opponent's going second, it's actually insanely good against Droplet because they can't really pitch from hand. So having the option to make Heralds is really strong. So being a level 1 is really insane. it just acted as an extender for other cards too, for Hulk and for Triple Burst Dragon. I'll show you the extra deck shortly. But yeah, it was such a strong engine. Oh my god, I loved it. Yeah, it was so strong. Next we have probably the most broken engine, which is our Adventurer token, our Brave engine, I guess. So we have obviously the let me just take out the spells as well. So yeah, we have 3 Enchantress, we have 1 Griffin, then we have 3 Wright, Dracoback, and Fateful. So yeah, this engine it's insane. This engine it just ensures that you don't die to Nibiru, and then in addition to being like a counter to Nibiru, they act as extenders. The token acts as an extender, and Griffin acts as an extender, and then you have the removal with the Dracoback. It's this engine it's it's so busted. It's so busted because Enchantress you can even like use Enchantress for like pitch fodder or whatever, and still be able to resolve her in grave. And then if you want to like dodge like Called By and I don't know, DD Crow, stuff like that, you could just banish her from hand. It's so good. And she's also an extender if you control an adventure token, which I did do once today. I special summoned her by her own effect. Yeah, Griffin is insane. All these cards are great. All these cards are broken. So good. For the hand traps, I decided to go with Gamma. I think Gamma is so strong in this deck because of all those like really high impact hand traps against Dragon Link, like Lancia and Droll. And then plus there's like so many cards that you want to Ash, like Enchantress, Chaos Space. You know, you have Quick Launch, you have even like when you're going second and you want to resolve like say Magician Souls or even Enchantress, stuff like that, and they have like Omni Negates or Negates on board, you could just chain like Gamma. And then having that level 8 to be able to instantly go into Chaos Ruler, but more importantly, honestly, is to go into Hulk, which I did a couple of times as well. I would have Gamma Driver. Gamma's insane. Like even against Shaddoll and Vogue Dogmatica today, I Gammaed the Alistair multiple times, just stopped them from bringing out like Ecclesia, no extra deck monsters in graveyard. It was just super high impact. And then for the other hand trap I decided to go with is 3 Effect Veiler in the main deck. I think Effect Veiler is a bit more important than Lancia in the main deck. I believe Lancia is only very, very high impact against PK Brave. I know Lancia is pretty good against like the Brave engine in general, but honestly, if you main Lancia just for the Brave stuff, I don't know, I think it's just very subpar. The reason that I think Veiler is really strong is because you can excavate it with Chaos Ruler, right? So it's just the cherry on top, but it's also a tuner. It's also a tuner that you can normal summon, and you can just use it to go into Hulk, because there's a lot of times where you don't commit your normal summon with this deck. You have so many ways to special summon dragons and without committing your normal summon, and if you need a tuner, and if you have Effect Veiler, you can normal summon Effect Veiler. Actually, I forgot, I had one of my rounds, I still won the match, and I still won that game specifically, but I could have normal summoned Veiler and comboed off, and I just totally forgot, wow, Veiler's a tuner, and I could have went Hulk, and I could have full comboed, but it was just a missed opportunity. Luckily, I still played it out pretty smart and still managed to win, but yeah, I beat myself over that. But I think Veiler being a tuner, Veiler being an effect negation that can be chain blocked is really, really strong. Like if I open Veiler Gamma, it's actually pretty good. And I think Veiler is also pretty good against a lot of the stuff right now, especially it not being a once per turn too. But yeah, I don't know, Lancia is like super high impact. I know Veiler isn't as high impact, but I just feel like Veiler might be generally good against like most things. Like it could still hit Dagda, it can still hit Verte, it can still hit like the, you know, Doodle Doo. It can still hit like some of those cards too. So yeah, I was pretty happy to play Veiler. I was not disappointed at all. Now for the one-off spells, we have Ravine, Boot Sector, obviously. Basil, Rose Shoot. This is the quick play that you search off Rocks Rose. Just a free extender that you get to search. One pre-prep, or one prep, I'm sorry. So I played one, because I didn't play 3 Illusion. Because if I did, say, for example, like if I did draw, hypothetically, if I did draw like Illusion, like with this card, as opposed to drawing like 2 Illusion, then I could at least use this to pitch with Souls to like draw cards, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, Illusion, like it's not like I wanted to see. I mean, I think 6 copies of Magician Souls is more than enough. So that's why I just chose to play the 1 extra. So I don't clog too much on like Illusion, and I can just like search it. And if I do draw the prep alongside like an Illusion, I can always just pitch this for Magician Souls. I guess you don't have to play it. It's a 53 card deck already. I mean, you could just cut this if you want, or play. It's personal preference really. Reborn, just a good extender. 1-for-1. This is really good because you have so many targets. You have the Veiler, you have the Black Metal, you have the Magician Souls. Just like strong targets for 1-for-1 that get you to where you need to be, or where, you know, they just get your play started. So whatever you're missing, it's just another starter. Honestly, just another very strong starter in the deck, or an extender. Foolish is pretty strong in the deck. Also, you have so many good targets. You have Fairy Tale Snow. You have Artemis, mainly for, not Artemis, Enchantress. So you send Enchantress, and you get your Brave engine going. You send Destrudo if you need a tuner. You send Fairy Tale Snow if you need that extra disruption. Just whatever you need. Router if you need to get access to one of your rockets. Then we have 3 Chaos Space, 3 Quick Launch, and then the last spell is 3 Droplet. Yeah, Droplet's crazy. I think this is actually a spell that's needed in the format because of DPE Scythe. It, against PK Brave, I was able to stop DPE Scythe Lock because of this card, because I drew it as my 6th card. So yeah, it's just super necessary. These cards were all broken. So yeah, guys, let's get right into the extra deck. And guys, if you enjoy deck profiles like this, please consider subscribing and liking the video. We're so close to 1K. So close. I can't wait to get there. So if you guys do enjoy you know, videos like this where I do go in depth, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Would be much appreciated. So we have Striker Dragon, we have Pisty, Link, for our only Link 1s. Cards are insanely good, insanely needed in this build, especially Striker Dragon, obviously, but Pisty, definitely play it. This is the best Link 2 in the deck right now. It has to be Hulk because of what it gets you, what it does for the deck is so powerful. Because of the Rose engine, it's actually insane. And I'll show you guys combos after I'm done with showcasing the extra deck, as well as test hands as well. So stay tuned for that. So now we have Romulus. 1 seal. I always play 2, but there's just so many other cards I need to play. I think 1 seal is enough. Like, they're just, man, it's just, this deck is so versatile, because even if they like stop your Hulk, Hulk can still serve a purpose. By tagging out into Rising, Shooting Riser, and you're still able to do something. Like in one of my games against PK, they stopped Hulk somehow, and I had Hulk and Chaos Ruler, right? And I couldn't really advance my game state at all. I just kept the Chaos Ruler, and then I tagged out the Hulk into a Riser, and then Riser sent Lancia because this was post-siding. And then Riser was a level 2 now, tuner, and I synchroed into Baron on my opponent's turn. Even after, like, he hand-trapped me, like, I think he hit me with a double hand-trap. And I had, like, my hand was a little awkward, so that's the only thing I could end on. Luckily, I still had a Lancia also. So I resolved Lancia, and then, you know, we had the Riser play and stuff like that. I actually, now that I think about it, I did make an illegal play, and we caught it later after the game was over. It wouldn't have made a difference if I just played it a little differently. So I used Riser to send Lancia, and then later on I used Riser to later on I used Lancia from hand, which is illegal. You can't use that, whatever monster you sent, you can't use that monster's effect for the rest of the turn. So if I just chained it differently, like if I went Riser, Chainlink 1, then Chainlink 2, Lancia, Lancia would have resolved, then Riser would have resolved, and it would have been fine. It would have been the same outcome overall. I just chained it like incorrectly. And then he actually caught it like after we were siding and stuff, and so that was my mistake. But it would have been the same outcome either way. This is our last link too, Quad Boral. This card, all these cards are necessary, like in my opinion. If you're playing like this build, all these cards are necessary. You need Quad Boral to be able to revive back your rocket monsters, and it takes any dragons. Just one of the dragons have to be a rocket. Bring back Synchron, bring back Tracer. Just extremely, extremely strong. Plus, you could pop your opponent's monsters too, which is awesome. Triple Burst for our Link 3, and then the last Link 3 is Unicorn. Triple Burst is part of the combo. Actually, you need to have that Link 3 to be able to point down. But Triple Burst is also insane, man. It can negate stuff during the battle phase and during the damage step. And yeah, I really like having access to this card. We have Unicorn. Unicorn's in here for access. We want to be able to just link climb into access code. And OTK access code was insane. Just won me so many games. Like, it gave me a very, very strong follow-up. So yeah, that's the only link for is access code. That's it for the links. Now for the synchros, these are very important in the deck. We have one Herald of the Arclight. This isn't on like in every ending board, but again, post side, when you know your opponent might have Droplet, you want to end with Arclight, so that way they can't Droplet your whole board, so you don't lose to Droplet. And then it has that nice like macro effect, which is really cool. Plus, it prevents you from getting super polyed. This card actually stops you from getting super polyed because they can't send a card from hand to grave for cost. It's actually insane that this card can stop your opponent from super poly, hitting your board with super poly, which does affect you big time. Now for the 7, we have Shooting Riser. This card's insane. This card's also part of the combo. It's what allows you to send snow in the middle of your combo. You just send snow, and plus it cuts it down to a 3, which makes it easier to use Pisty. So we use it to link into Pisty because it's a 3 after you send snow. Yeah, just insane, just so good. And then, like I said, that interaction where you could tag it out during your opponent's turn, and then say like your opponent stopped your Hulk, and if you have like anything on board, you could still end with like Baron or Savage during your opponent's turn. Yeah, which is pretty busted. Chaos Ruler, this card was it's so broken, man. This card got me so many things, and it got me out of a lot of tough situations. So yeah, this card was insane. Obviously Savage, Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss, and then the Baron. Yeah, so that's the 15 card extra deck. I think the extra deck was perfect. I don't think I would change anything. Main deck, I mean, main deck can always be, it's always up for debate. But I think I was pretty happy. I think the deck was pretty consistent. I bricked once, unfortunately. And it was like the whole drawing Driver, drawing like Red Rose, drawing Gamma and Driver in the same hand, and a Droplet, not being able to do anything pretty much. But yeah, that was the deck. Let's get into a combo tutorial. Alright guys, so here's the first combo tutorial. We have Black Metal, and we have Right. So it can be Black Metal, or it just, you need access to 2 dragons. 2 dragons, okay? So that's why Black Metal gets you to 2 dragons, but this can also be like Chaos Space with like a discard, obviously, so that way you can get White Dragon and Black Dragon. So that will, it'll also work with that as well. But I'll just show you Black Metal and Right. I'll show you how powerful this engine is. This engine is so strong. It's I felt like I needed to pick this engine up because it's a splashable engine that I could potentially play in other decks like later on. But yeah, here's the combo. So there is like a 1-card combo. You can do like a combo with black metal, where you can go like black metal, you know, Striker Dragon, search Darkness, bring this back, search Romulus, search Ravine, Ravine dump Apsarouter, search Rocket Tracer, and then you can go like you can do like your Chaos Ruler play, or you can like make a Savage or something like that. But it's very rare that you just open like this 1 card and nothing else. There's like almost a guarantee that you're always going to open up like extenders and other cards that you can play with. So yeah, I'll just start off with a 2-card combo. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to activate your right. And let's see, let me grab my token for my fellow JoJo fans. I used Giorno today as my token. Let me know if you guys are JoJo fans. I love this anime. This anime is one of my all-time favorites. It's such an enjoyable anime, and I love the storyline so much. So yeah, we summon the token, and then on resolution of the effect, we place a Fateful, which is insane because I'm pretty sure that plays around the anti-spell as well. So it's crazy. So now after this, so what I like to do is I like to scoot my token, my Griffin, all the way to the left or all the way to the right, because for the most part, you want to make sure that you have these 3 zones next to the extra monster zone available to you. Just for like your Pisty plays, your triple burst, just stuff like that. Just keep that in mind. So I always like to just move everything to the left or all the way to the right, so that way I have all that space to work with for my Dragon Link plays. Yeah, so we activate this. Now we're going to normal summon the black metal, and that's going to activate the Fateful to either equip or add an equipped spell. But in this case, we want to add because we want to be able to have free discard for our search when we search the with Fateful. So we're going to add this. Now we're going to search with Fateful. And we're going to search our Griffin. Okay, and now we're going to discard the equipped, and now the equipped says when it gets sent to the grave, you can equip it to a adventure token. So we're going to equip it to the token right here. Okay, and now we have a Griffin, so we're going to activate Griffin, and this is basically the engine right here. It's an Omni. So Griffin is an Omni negate. If they activate a card or effect, we can shuffle this back into the deck, and then negate the effect or card and destroy it. So yeah, even if they activate Nib and we lose this body, it's fine. Actually, I could showcase like what we can do, like even if they Nib or bait this out. But yeah, mainly for Nib. Now we can freely combo off with the black metal. So now we're gonna go black metal into our Striker Dragon. I feel like the combos are pretty long with this deck, honestly. So Striker Dragon, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, black metal, or if you like in some cases actually you want the body, you prioritize having access to darkness metal, so you go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. It just all depends on what the rest of your hand looks like. So yeah, we'll search the... Let's see here. We'll search Boot Sector. And I got so tired of like looking through my deck just because there's so many cards. So yeah, we'll search these 2 cards. Then we'll banish the Striker Dragon, summon Darkness Metal, summon the Black Metal back, and this is how we get into our Romulus. And now with Romulus, we can search the Ravine. And now we're going to activate the Ravine. Obviously we have like 3 other cards in hand, so we just pitch a random card and send Apsarouter. Okay, and then Apsarouter will get us our Rocket Tracers, because we need a tuner. Okay, so we need a tuner. This is how we get access to our tuner. So now we're just going to activate the boot sector, and then we special the tracer. And now we go into Hulk. So we actually don't use Rocket Tracer now. We'll be able to revive back Rocket Tracer later. So we'll go into Hulk, and then Hulk effect. We're going to summon our red rose. This is where this this engine is going to shine right now. So if you are iffy on this engine, hopefully this can persuade you to try it out. So now this is so weird. I could, for people that don't know what this engine does together, they get so surprised when I do this because they don't know. They're like, wow, you're getting rid of your negate. Little do they know. So it's you summon Baron, so you actually replace your Omni Negate with another Omni Negate. But the reason you do this is because it triggers off your red rose, because it was used as synchro material. Now you get to special summon your Rocks Rose. Okay, and then Rocks Rose on summon will search you the Rose Shoot, which is a monster reborn for your Rose Dragons. So now we're actually gonna go. We're gonna synchro the token. This falls off into our Shooting Riser, and now Shooting Riser is gonna trigger, and this is how we send our second disruption. So Baron is officially our first disruption on our end board, and here's our second disruption. So Snow. Now Shooting Riser is a level 3. It doesn't really matter because we have the Basil Rose Shoot, so we can just like revive this back and then go Pisty this way. Oh yeah, this is banished. I put it back in my extra deck. This is my extra deck. So we have Pisty, and then we can use Riser and the Hulk to go into our Triple Burst. And now we can use the effect of Pisty here to summon our Tracer. And now before we get locked into Darks, we just link these two off for our Heretic Seal. So we have our third disruption. Alright, and this is engraved. And now we could use the effect of Rocket Tracer. You can pop the Fateful. Fateful and Boot Sector are both follow-ups. These cards are both follow-ups because this can search you Enchantress next turn. So you summon a token, but I think Boot Sector is probably better in the grind game. Especially if like they break your board somehow. So you go pop Fateful. And then we're going to summon our Recharger. And again, like depending on what your hand looks like, you could go Ruler here and try to dig for like more stuff. Like we could like excavate like a Veiler. We could excavate Magician Souls, Illusion. So many things that we can excavate and have access to. But I think right here we'll just play it safe and just go for the our fourth disruption. And then we'll just equip Triple Burst here. So yeah, guys, that is the end of the combo. So just to recap, we have Omni Negate, Bounce, and then Snow, which is a book. And Snow lets us play through Dark Ruler and through the Droplet as well. So like, it's a card that our opponent can't negate. At the same time they negate like everything else. With like cards like Dark Ruler and Droplet, which is really good. I really like that. I like that we just have access to another disruption that's not a once per turn. It's really strong. And then this will also get us a follow-up because we'll be able to like tag out into a Destrudo. So that way we have another body to be able to play with next turn. Now there's sometimes like they'll try to bait this out, Baron. So like you'll negate Nibiru with Baron. And then if they do that, what you can do, like so you negate Nibiru on your turn, and then during the standby phase of your opponent's turn, you can return this, and then just summon the Riser, right? You can summon Riser. You could just summon Riser, and then And then you can go, oops, I knew that would happen. You could go, when you tag out, when you special summon from the deck with Heretic Seal, you can summon like another black metal. And then with black metal, you can just like tag out into, you can tag out into, not tag out, you could synchro summon during your opponent's turn into Chaos Ruler. And then with Chaos Ruler, you could potentially activate a Veiler. Just small interactions like that that are really cool, I think, you know. But yeah, that was it for the 2-card combo. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's do a test hand. All right, Yugi fam. Hope everybody's having a great day, by the way. So we'll probably just do one test hand. As you can tell, like that, even that combo tutorial took a bit of time. I really don't want this video to be an hour long. We're already at like 36 minutes, so we'll just do one test hand. Hopefully it's a good showcase of what the deck is capable of. The deck was insanely powerful today. I felt like, oh my god, it was it could play through like so much, and it just had a really high ceiling. So yeah, first test hand, we have Illusion of Chaos, Dragon, Levianeer, Draco back, man, I draw this card all the time. And then we have, wow, okay. So what's really nice is that when you draw, so this, first of all, this hand's like busted, but when you draw this and this, it's so free, because the draw 2 with Magician Souls is you have free resources to play around with. So anyway, we'll get right into it. Yeah, I'll start off with the right, and we'll activate Fate from the deck, or place it. And now we can go Illusion here. We'll actually be able to put this back too. And just keep, because we play 2 Illusions, so we don't need to put this one back. So we'll just place the Draco back to the top. We could potentially keep this for a follow-up. Not even for a follow-up, actually. What's really broken is, if you didn't tell, like, before this, we needed to discard the Levy if we wanted to activate Chaos Space, but now we can just pitch the extra Illusion that we have. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, we could activate Souls here. And now let me just find that second copy of Illusion. That's what, also one thing I did forget to mention about Illusion, it puts back your bricks. It puts back stuff that you need to be in the deck, or that you'd prefer to be in the deck. So yeah, there's our second copy right there. So we'll send it to the grave, and then we'll summon Souls. And now we'll activate Fate. Now Fate can search us the Draco back that we put back. And now we could activate Fate again to add Griffin, and then discard the Fate, then equip the Fate. And now we could special Griffin. And now, once we special Griffin, now we're secure. We're protected from, like, Nib. And what's really nice here is now we could use Souls to draw 2. But I think what I want to do before we draw 2 is probably activate Chaos Space to deck thin. Okay, so so actually I could wait for Souls. I could deck thin as much as possible before I activate Souls. So we'll go banish the Illusion. Let's put this here. Yeah, banish the Illusion, and then we'll summon White Dragon, and then we'll start to get into our Dragon Link plays here. So we'll go 1, 2. Oh my god, this hand was actually insane. So yeah, there's our Black Dragon, and now we search for our Boot Sector. Alright, and now we can go summon. Yeah, and now we can go Chaos Space. Let's give the deck a quick shuffle and a cut. Place the White Dragon on the bottom here, and we draw a card. So Heart of the Cards, that's pretty good, pretty good. Now we can go into our Romulus, And now we can go Chainlink 1 Romulus, Chainlink 2 Black Dragon. Yeah, I really like the White Dragon and Black Dragon. The Chaos Space is so powerful because it helps you chain block Romulus and Striker Dragon. So yeah, our hand's insane, and so is our field. We just have so much. So yeah, so now what we can do here. So I think the most important zones. So Magician's Soul should have actually probably been here. I think the most important zones to have free. If you play on the right, you have to have these zones free. And if you play on the left, you have to have, I think it's the same zones like over here. So the two zones, so the middle zone and the zone to the right of it, or all the way to the left and to the right of that zone. So either these two zones or these two zones, depending on where you place your extra deck monsters. I think these are the most important ones. So keep that in mind. Again, just because of Pisty. So Pisty would be here, or Pisty would be like right here. So yeah, anyway, so now we can go Ravine again. We're just trying to deck thin as much as possible. I'll just place Ravine right here so you guys can see. And now we can just pitch the White Dragon since we already special summoned it this turn. We can pitch White Dragon to send. What's crazy is that we have Rocket Tracer, so we don't really need. To send Absorouter. We could send Absorouter, and actually, you know what? We'll send Absorouter and search for the Synchron. That way, we get access to Synchron. I think that's pretty good. We did not normal summon. Yep, we did not normal summon, guys. It's actually insane. So yeah, from here, it's, I think leading up to this point is pretty standard. I think from here, people might be thinking, like, if you're watching the video and you play this deck, you might be like, okay, I would do this now, I would do that. But right now, I think we'd all agree, now we resolve souls, to just draw two. So we'll draw a Droplet, and we'll draw another Tracer. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. The Tracer here is not too relevant, but Droplet, being able to add Droplet to the end board is, yeah, that's pretty good. So this is gonna, if we use this, it's gonna lock us into Dark Monsters. So I could normal summon this, special Absorouter, go into our Chaos Ruler, but I don't want to be locked into Darks just yet. So we'll activate Boot Sector. We'll summon the... Oh boy, this is actually a little hard. No, actually we did a normal summon, so I could still save my normal summon for Rocket Synchron. It's fine. So we'll special the Rocket Tracer, and now we'll go Hulk, and now we'll go Hulk effect to summon our Red Rose. And yeah, this board's going to be insane, guys. So now we'll use the Griffin and the Red Rose to go into our Baron. So summon Baron like right here. Now that's going to trigger our Red Rose to summon Rox Rose. I hope you guys can see everything clearly. So now on summon, Rox Rose triggers. Now we'll search our Basil Shoot or Rose Shoot or whatever it's called. Now we'll use these two, the token and the Rox Rose, to get into our Riser, and our Riser will activate to send our Snow, Fairy Tale Snow right here. So now again we have two disruptions secured. Okay, this is our hand right here. So now what we can do, man, we just have so many options. Especially because we have Rocket Synchron too. It's just like insane. Let's see. What do we want to do? I want to get the maximum value out of this hand because this hand was crazy. So I guess we'll go... Are we gonna go Chaos Ruler here? That's the question. Are we going to go Chaos Ruler? I kind of want to keep this level 1 here. I want to keep Souls here because of Herald. I'm trying to end on Herald as well. So I think I have the play. So we'll go Riser, summon. We'll go Basil Shoot here, summon. Then we'll go into our Triple Burst, and we can revive back the Rose. I think I'm being too greedy, honestly. I feel like I'm being too greedy, but I'm not sure. So we go Seal, Herald. No, we need to normal summon this now. Oh, we could go Seal with this. We still have Chaos Dragon Levianeer, so we'll definitely be able to go Seal that way. Yeah, so what I can do here is, I guess I could have done this. No, this is the right time to do it. So we'll banish 3 Darks. And we'll summon Levy. And now we'll rip a card, right? I just like to do a quick recap. So we ripped a card and we have 2 disruptions secured. Ripped a card, 2 disruptions. So now we can go these two, not these two. Now we can go into Seal, Heretic Seal, and now we can normal summon the Rocket, and then yeah, I need to clear up space. I'm running out of space here. We go Quad Boral, and then Quad Boral we could just pitch Rocket, pop itself, and then go. Yeah, we're not locked into Darks yet. We can summon this and this. And now we can use these 2 for... if we do that, then we... I think that's a risk we have to take if we want to have, like, an insane board. I can't resolve the Chaos Ruler. I guess we could have, but it's okay. I'll do it this way. So then we'll pop... I guess we'll go Recharger. Yeah, I feel like I feel like I was a bit too greedy, but I mean, like, they can't droplet my board, which is I think it's pretty strong, not being able to droplet like a Dragon Link board. So yeah, we kind of have to burn through our Chaos Ruler. If we excavate a Veiler, it'll be insane. Everything else is going to get banished though, so I don't really think I care about banishing anything right now. So we'll excavate, and I guess we add Destrudo if we don't want it to get banished. Okay. Then we'll just go into Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss here. Oh, Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss was so clutch today because I negated Shaddoll Fusion and he had multiple, so he couldn't activate another one. Yeah, so guys, this is our end board. I think it was pretty solid. We could bring Chaos Ruler back even like next turn. So we have Herald. We have 1, 2. We have 1, 2 Omni Negates. Another not true Omni Negate, but basically can negate anything on field. A Bounce, a Droplet that we can use after we've used Herald. Herald is a macro, and then plus we have Snow Engrave. Plus we ripped a card, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disruptions. 6 disruptions actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Snow. Plus we ripped a card, so don't know how the opponent's gonna win, but they could try. So yeah, guys, that was the deck. That was my build personally, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys would change, if you would make any changes. Always glad to hear your feedback, and appreciate you guys watching, man. I really do. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.